Hey, this is Mr. Mola with the 2.3 puzzle time. So the joke for this one is, did you hear about the two punsters who told a lot of jokes about cats? All right, there's not a lot of room on this one, so I wrote the problems down on a new page that we'll look at. So right away, the first one on B, they start off kind of difficult. So I have -5 times x. So I'm going to end up dividing both sides by -5. Divide by both sides by -5. I end up with 5 is less than or equal to x. Except this one right away, it was divided by -5, so it's not going to be a less than sign. It's going to flip to a greater than sign. Then if you're like me and the book agrees with me on this one, I want the x to be first. So I'm going to flip it. So again, the smaller part is pointing towards the x. The bigger part is pointing towards the 5. So x is less than or equal to 5. All right, letter D, same thing. So I have -3/4 times x. So I'm going to divide both sides by -3/4. And if you remember, the same as dividing by a fraction is multiplying by the reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply by -4/3. 4 times 36. 36 times 2 is 72, so -144. 3 times 1 is 3, greater than or equal to x. And then I can simplify that out. -144 by 3 is a -48. And then same thing, I would divide it by a -3/4 or multiply by -4/3, whatever, it doesn't matter whichever one it is, as long as there's a negative involved with what you're multiplying or dividing. So I got to flip it around. So was a greater than sign, I flip it to a less than sign. And then same thing as the other one, I don't like writing it with the number first, so I'm going to flip that back around. So x is greater than or equal to -48. Okay, another negative one. I really like them here. So -x divided by 2. So the opposite of a divide by 2 is a multiply by 2. I'm going to multiply by -2 to get rid of the negative sign. So I'm left with x is less than -6 times -2 is a +12. Again, though, we multiplied by a -2. So I'm going to flip that around. So x is greater than 12. All right, last fraction one here. So I got 5/8 times x. Finally, not a negative one I don't have to worry about. So I'm going to divide both sides by 5/8. And the same as dividing by 5/8 is multiplying by 8/5. So I got x is less than -30 times 8 is -240. And then 5 times 1 is 5. And then if I simplify that out, 240 divided by 5 is a -48. All right, and the last one, let's go back to the screen. So letter N, you're able to type 24 words in a minute. Solve an inequality that represents the number of minutes that you will need to type an essay that consists of at least 1,152 words. So you can type 24 words a minute. Not very fast. Mr. Mola can type it like at least 50. And you need to type an essay that's at least 1,152 words. Okay? So it might be more than that. It might be less than that. So we're going to do it like this. So 24 times W divided by 24 from each side, and we end up with 48 minutes. So the least amount of time that it will take you is 48 minutes. If you need to type something that's 1,200 words or 1,153 words, it'll take you a little bit longer than that. So the answer for the joke here. So did you hear about the two punsters who told a lot of jokes about cats? We won't tell any more, they said, and we're not kidding about that one either. Get it? Kitten? Like kidding? That was funny.